Hello students. So today we will be starting with unit 5. Few of the topics of this we have already covered in unit 4. So today we will be discussing about this channel planning and channel designing. This we have already discussed, just to go through it once again. And designing the channels, the marketer needs to look what is ideal and what is practical. Designing the ideal channel is not a problem, but the what thing is, the problem here is to convince the few intermediaries to handle the entire product line of a company. The company may use different channels to reach the different target audience. So the channels also have evolved over the time. The channels that company have used can't be changed very easily, because it is a very tough decision, and it is not easily changed as we change the product price and promotion decision. The channel structure has to be established firmly, and it has some kind of stability in comparison to other decisions. So there are different decisions that we have to take regarding this. So channel decisions involves few steps like analyzing the consumer needs, setting channel objectives and the constraints of a company, identifying major channel alternatives, evaluating the major alternatives that are available with the company. These are the steps. Under this, the third part, we have to see whether we want to go for which type of the distribution, intensive, selective, or what are the various type of intermediaries that we want to involve, what are the roles and responsibilities of each members. And in the last step, we have to look for the various criteria based upon which we have to decide which alternative we want to for move further. So starting with channel design, analyzing consumer need. Before designing the channel, first of all, we need to know about what are the expectations of our customers. First of all, what the consumer wants, and what are the preferences, whether they want to buy for in a nearby location, or whether he is willing to travel to a longer distance, or whether he want to buy in person or by mail or through any other medium. What are the what kind of product they prefer, what kind of assortment and length and breadth, and what kind of specialization, and what are the various add-on services they want, like delivery, credit, installation, repair, maintenance, exchange, buyback, or money back, like these types of things. What are the expectations, what actually the consumer wants. So faster delivery, greater assortments, more add-on services means higher level of channel service, means the channel is delivering the higher level of satisfaction. But it may not be possible for each firm to render the highest level of channel services, because it requires a lot of skills and resources which might not be available with each and every firm. So providing higher level of service would mean more work for the channel and higher prices for the consumers. Greater the satisfaction, so behind that there will be a multiple forces involved. So that will ultimately charge to the consumers. Next is to set the objectives of the channels based upon the various constraints. So the firm should decide which segment to serve and what are the best channels which can be used to serve the target audience. So what is the main focus of the firm here is to minimize the total channel cost, along with maintaining the satisfaction of the customers. So first, what decision that has to be taken by the customers, what decision has to be taken by the company, taking the customer's perspective as well as the company's constraints. So here the constraint might be in terms of like perishable products, because if the number of intermediaries are more, so the product will ultimately get spoiled or damaged till it reach to the final customers. Again, the bulky products like cement, it requires minimized shipping and handling, because it might get damaged due to some water or some other types of damages. For example, if the company is dealing with products like which needs installation and maintenance that has to be sold through the franchised dealers. There are various strengths and weaknesses of different intermediaries. If we use distributors, mm, they have the cost per unit is low as compared to the company salespersons because they have more contacts with the customers. So their cost per unit it automatically decreased. Channel decisions are also taken while keeping in mind the competitors' channels also, because we have to keep the products near to the outlet, or we want to avoid those type of channels which are used by the competitors. So these are the things that has to be taken into care of while setting the objectives. Then the next step, or we can say the third step, we have to find out what are the major channel alternatives. So these three things that we have to take care of here is, first of all, is the type of intermediaries, the number of intermediaries involved, and the responsibilities of each channel members. So type of intermediaries mean depending on the type of product or level of distribution channel to be used, where what type of intermediaries and how many intermediaries we want to involve in our distribution channel, like whether we want to go for the company sales force, or we want to go for the 0, 1, 2, 3 level, or we want to go for online marketing or the hybrid mode. It depends here. Next thing is number of intermediaries involved. Here it is like intensive distribution. Intensive distribution means the product should be available at each and every nook of the nook and corner. The products like convenient product use, um, I can use this type of strategy because this product should be stocked in as many as outlets possible. The products that should be available at everywhere, like toothpaste, soap, chewing gum, soft drinks, etc., so that the customer can buy whenever they want and whatever they want. Exclusive distribution is some producers severely restrict the number of outlets to carry their product. This type of practice is followed by some automobile manufacturer like Maruti, jewelers like Tanishq, and this type of exclusive distribution enhances the company and the product image, and it allow that premium price has to be charged. So here the stronger distribution service and promotion service is there. So as the number of intermediaries are reduced here, only it is available at few selected outlets, so it gives more control on the distribution. The product producers has more control. Then coming to the selective distribution, it lies somewhere between the intensive and exclusive distribution. It involves selecting more than one but less than all of the intermediaries that are willing to carry the line. We have to follow the somewhere middle, that it should not be available exclusively, and it should not be available intensively. It should be available at selective outlets. Most of the durables and appliances adopt this kind of strategy. Now coming to the third part here is to decide what responsibility that each of the channel members will be taking care of. Like the producer and intermediaries need to agree upon what kind of price they have to follow, like what kind of discount and how much discounts margins are there, what are the conditions of sales, like what should be the payment terms, what could be the guarantee, what are the territorial rights of the distributors. It should be carefully examined. There should be a mutual consent regarding the services they are going to provide, like training and support, or record keeping, or technical assistance, manpower, or information exchange. So everything has to be documented and mutually agreed upon. Then coming to the fourth part is evaluating the channel alternatives. Channel alternatives need to be evaluated against the following criteria. Like we are considering three criteria over here. First one is economic criteria, control, and flexibility. Obviously, when we are designing this channel structure, we need to find out the channel which is providing the lowest cost and highest level of satisfaction. So companies tries to replace high cost channels with low cost channels and gain a competitive advantage. While evaluating the channel options, one need to compare possible sale revenues and likely selling cost for each option. if a particular channel is giving you a very good revenue, but as well as simultaneously it is costing you the same amount, then it is not profitable to go with that particular channel. That company believe that for smaller and expected volumes, agencies are cheaper. So we have to see there should be a balance between a revenue and the cost there. So accordingly, they have to design or evaluate the um, criteria of the channel selection. Uh, for higher volumes, it is believed that the sales force is more effective as they have better knowledge about the product. They are more aggressive. They are motivated as well to sell. Their future depends on it. Many of the customer prefer dealing with that directly. It gives a personal touch to them. They would provide better service and collect better marketing information. So when we are dealing with the higher volume, we should go for the sales force. Then the second criteria we are going to take here is the control criteria. As we know that we are involving the number of intermediaries in between, so the control of the company is lesser. So a company has lesser control on independent members than on its sales force. We can directly control our salesperson. Channel members being independent business like concentrate on buyers, then buy more not on the company's products. When there are certain distributors, wholesalers and retailers whose main focus is to maximize their own profit rather than the company's profit. So channel member can't be expected that they will be master on the company's product, and they will be motivated to sell the company's line. As we can say that the knowledge of the salesperson would be far higher than the other channel members, and they will be motivated if we can give certain kind of incentives to them. Flexibility criteria is like setting up channel would mean a midterm or long term commitment, as we have said in the beginning also, that setting the channels or is not very easy. It depends, we can change the product price and other promotion things. Like, the channel can't be changed very easily. A company's sales force is more flexible as compared to the channel structure, which is more inflexible. So in the next lecture we will be seeing the channel management decisions. So thank you.